All right, just a couple days left to get signed up for our live course. January 27th, 28th. It's going to be about 7 hours each day, Saturday, Sunday, probably 9 to 4 each day. And after that, we will do probably one refresher course each quarter for the rest of 2018. Somebody in chat asked today what the difference is. Refresher courses, first of all, the trading course covers everything, every single thing we do, all of our A plus setups, the mindset behind everything we do, all of our trading rules, money management. I mean, you name it. Literally, Wayne and I set out to put on paper or put into a presentation, I should say, every single thing we employ to earn the equity curves that we've earned from being, from learning what we've learned over the years and putting it all together for you. The refresher courses once a quarter are just that, the refresher course. We go over stuff that we saw that quarter. Everything, there'll be game tape of the most recent trades. We try to show you, hey, here's what we did last week. So we're always covering the most recent trades each quarter on the refresher courses. And Wayne actually tapes level 2 time and sales. You get to look at the chart and see what it looked like at the time. So it's literally like watching game tape and seeing why we traded what we traded, and you get to watch the video of the actual trades. It's pretty cool stuff. So that's what the refresher courses are. One thing I haven't been very clear about, you buy this course for this weekend, you not only get to attend the live course and view it as many millions of times as you want, but you also get free refresher courses and any future live courses for the rest of your life. So it's basically buying lifetime to our trading course and refresher courses. We'll probably be selling the recording to the course if you don't take this live class after the fact, but that will not include the lifetime refreshers. It'll just be a recording to the Saturday and Sunday course. So keep that in mind. It's a really good time to get in a really good deal because you basically get lifetime refreshers versus just having the recording and not the refresher updates and blah, 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 right? So the SPY just continuing higher, real quick, the link to the course will be in the description of this video, and the link to all of our free webinars is also in the description to this video. All right, now, the SPY still grinding higher, just an amazing, amazing strong market. Here's what I'm going to be watching tomorrow. Remember, I look for things that I can day trade. I'm in cash every night. HMNY. Shout out to Big Al in our chat room. He posted this start of this run at $9.58. Sorry, $8.58 today. Right there when this volume came in, Big Al in chat posted it. It was probably trading right about here. Any one of us could have gotten in before it broke the high of day. Look at the volume coming in. That's one of our pure play Tokyo entries right about there. And a great alert by Alan. It just took off and closed pretty darn strong. The daily chart's interesting because you had the gap up here and it sold off but found support. And now it's right back up to that high from whatever that was, about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. So this one's certainly worth watching for a continuation day tomorrow. Short term, it's extended, but keep this one on your radar for sure. RVLT, strong volume, strong day, strong close, worth watching the next several days. CYTR, kind of the same thing. Strong volume, strong close, possibly red to green. We'll see. We're just looking for clean setups. MBRX, a little extra volume today and trying to break out over this $2 area. And then you had another. I don't love this one because I try to focus on stuff that's what I call in play. But you had a lower high here after this big spike of 209. So if we can get back through 2 tomorrow, maybe with some volume. If I switch to 15-minute candles, you can see the nice volume at the open and pretty good volume. Let me switch to 5s and see. Pretty good volume at the end of the day. As I'm looking at this, I'm actually comfortable maybe pulling this one off the list because I'm not in love with it. I like to trade stuff that's in play, and I would have to argue this one is not. I put this in my notes near the end of the day when I saw the volume coming in, and then I had noticed that it had a nice early volume spike, right? And I thought, hey, that $2 might be an inflection point, knowing that the potential over this 209, then the daily chart looks pretty good, right? I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I guess I'll leave it on watch, but I'm not in love with this one. Just because it's not what I call a recent high flyer, an in-play stock. So even if I love the chart over 209 or whatever, I'm just not seeing the passion behind it right now. So, you know what? Feel free to scratch that off your list. FORD, certainly worth watching. You had the daily, we had the huge move. Then the next day looked like it was, like a typical pump and dump where it's all the way back down. It looks like it's going to end up filling the gap the next day. All these longs are in trouble. And then today, pretty nice volume and a pretty strong close. So I'm actually going to watch this one again tomorrow. You can kind of argue a little cup and handle going on. I don't know, or a bigger cup and handle for 3 days. Anyway, I'm going to watch FORD. It's certainly getting some attention. Speaking of in play stocks, CVO. This one to me is still in play because about a week ago it traded over 10 million shares. It's come back down. It's kind of holding support. It did get a nice volume spike today. I made a few bucks on it through the early high. Okay, put in its early high, and then was really just getting no volume at all. All of a sudden, it starts getting volume at the high of the day. And I thought when it got up to here, I thought, hey, we've got one, right? I got in on the high of day break, and I thought, look at that volume. It's going to maybe revisit this 155 area, and then next thing you know, right back down. So only made a couple hundred on it, but I think it's still worth watching. I didn't really like the action in it today, but we'll see. CERS, the only reason this is on watch, I mean, I guess it's an okay daily chart, but in after hours it's trading at 526. So trading all the way up here, possible gap and go tomorrow. Seed was on bounce watch, just goes back on bounce watch again. Another red day, no trades in it today. Same thing with NCTY, had this huge move, another huge move, and then I don't know, 5-6 red days in a row. No trades in it again today, no setup, but worth watching tomorrow. SPI, I have to zoom in to show you this one gapped up, and again it continues to just put in red days. Today was such a narrow range. I actually love this one if it would have broke through the highs today. Those are 5-minute candles, but it never did. Again, the whole dollar number might come into play tomorrow. It's a good potential for a bounce play. IPCI, let me pan out a little bit. It looks a little better when you pan out. Big volume here 3 sessions ago. Couple lower highs. You kind of have a gap fill. I still think this is worth watching for a turn back up tomorrow. No trades in it today, even though it was on watch. OPTT, nice little extra volume spike. Kind of closing probably close to a 1-month high. So I want to watch this one for a continuation tomorrow. WPCS, not in love with this one, but again, kind of got some midday volume and held up after that volume. And if you pan out a little bit more, these are 15-minute candles. You've got, if it breaks this kind of late day flag, I always look to the left and I see, well, there's another potential catalyst or possible domino to fall, if you will, over 125, and a nice volume spike the other day to 132, and it might take that out and then maybe come up and revisit. So you have what I call stacked catalysts, and it's definitely worth watching. But I'm not in love with it. All right, WPCS can get moving at times, so I like having it on watch, but we'll see. And then this AGEM was on watch today. I said I liked it over yesterday's high, over like 414-ish, and today was just kind of a quiet inside day, no trades in it. We'll add some gappers to this list as well. I'm not in love with this list, but a lot of times we'll just root something out. Another nice green day. So since the Thursday and Friday that I had red days, were the first 2 red days since Halloween. I'm back on the green bandwagon and cranking out green days, albeit not great because the market, a lot of stuff is really choppy on an intraday basis, even though the market's strong. So we're not seeing a lot of follow through. So I'm playing things really cautious and just trying to grind stuff higher unless I see what I call an A+ setup. And those are kind of few and far between right now, and that happens on these lower price stocks that I love during earnings season. So we're kind of aware of that and slowing our roll, if you will, until we come out on the other side of this. But there's usually something to trade. When you've got scanners running and you've got news squawks running and you've got everybody in chat watching the market, we can usually find stuff to trade. Again, I had a nice green day today, but nothing to brag about. I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of your night. Again, check the description of this video. You find a link to that course. We've never, ever had one person say the course wasn't worth the money, so we're very proud of that. Give us a try, and we'll be with you Saturday and Sunday, 7 hours each day, and obviously you'll get the follow-up refresher courses as well, and obviously access to us via email. And if you take the combo deal, we'll see you in chat as well, and you'll absolutely love our chat. No chase. We don't teach you to chase. We teach you to trade. There's other rooms out there that literally teach people to chase, and those chasers become income for the guys running the room, right? And then, of course, you'll notice those guys that run rooms that teach people to chase advertise heavily because they need to replace all the people that chasing didn't work for them, right? They were just providing income for the early grabbers, if you will, right? It becomes like a big game of musical chairs. The first chunk in chat on a random low float high of day scanner call, the quick ones will make money and they'll be selling it to the ones who are newer and don't really know how to trade and are chasing and being taught. And it's just, that's not trading. So if you've ever experienced anything like that, you won't believe the difference when you come visit us. All right, I'm done babbling. Have a good night.